They said an old dog can't bring new joy. 30 seconds later, this 17-year-old golden retriever did something that left his owner in tears. What if the most beautiful love story isn't about finding someone new, but about never letting go? This is Jake's story, a 17-year journey of loyalty and love. Stay with me. What happens next will restore your faith in forever friendships. When 12-year-old Tasha first saw that golden puppy, she had no idea. No idea this dog would become her entire world. No idea that 18 years later, he'd still be by her side. The moment she saw him at the shelter, something clicked. His soft golden fur, those warm eyes, the way his tail wagged with pure joy. "This one," she whispered. "This is our dog." Jake became more than a pet. He became Tasha's shadow, her protector, her best friend. Every day while she was at school, Jake would walk into her bedroom, jump on her bed, and wait for hours, waiting for the school bus, waiting for his favorite person. But I had no idea what was coming. They were inseparable. 10K hikes through mountain trails, snow days where he'd roll around like a puppy, lake trips where he'd swim beside her for hours, beach sunsets, forest explorations. Every milestone, every moment, Jake was there. Her first day of high school, Jake sensed her nervousness. Her graduation, he waited patiently. Nursing school, those brutal study nights were bearable because Jake rested his head on her lap. And then something happened that changed everything. Shortly after nursing school, tragedy struck. Her father passed away suddenly. The grief was overwhelming. On the darkest day of her life, Tasha sat on the floor, tears streaming. And there was Jake. He didn't try to fix it. He just knew. He pressed his body against hers, put his head on her lap, stayed for hours. She looked into those wise eyes and whispered, "What would I ever do without you?" She had no idea that question would soon become real. What happened next would test their bond like never before. Time is cruel to the ones we love most. The years passed. Tasha became a nurse. Jake grew older. His golden coat slowly turned silver. Gray around the muzzle, white around those soulful eyes. Just when we thought their adventures were over, something beautiful emerged. His runs became walks, then shorter walks. His vision failed. Those eyes that once spotted squirrels from yards away now struggled to find his toy. His joints grew stiff. But here's what didn't change: his love, his spirit, that bond. Playtime looked different. Jake would gently mouth his toys, tail still wagging. The snuggles became longer, more precious. He'd press himself against Tasha, memorizing her warmth. He became her shadow in a new way, following everywhere: kitchen, bathroom, bedroom. If Tasha moved, Jake moved. Tasha watched him age, her heart breaking. This dog who carried her through everything was slowing down. But wait, the story takes an unexpected turn. One morning, Tasha had an idea. A crazy, beautiful, perfect idea. If Jake couldn't walk long distances, what if she could bring the world to him? She ordered something special: a bright red wagon. Custom-made, padded, perfect. When it arrived, Jake watched curiously. "Come here, buddy," she called. Jake approached cautiously. Tasha gently lifted all 65 pounds of him inside. He looked confused. Then Tasha started pulling. And here's where it gets incredible. Jake's entire demeanor transformed. His ears perked, his tail wagged. That old spark returned. As they moved outside, something magical happened. The wind hit his face, that glorious, familiar feeling. The wind in his fur just like the old days.
Jake lifted his nose, his mouth opening in pure joy. His tail wagged so hard, the wagon shook. They rolled through the neighborhood, past the park, past the trails. And Jake? He looked around at everything, tail never stopping, greeting every person with that golden retriever smile. People stopped to watch. Some had tears in their eyes. This wasn't just a dog in a wagon. This was love in its purest form. Tasha looked down at her best friend, 17 years old, silver and slow, but still so full of life. Their adventures weren't over. They were just different now. Before I show you what happens next, if you're loving Jake's story, hit that subscribe button. I share heartwarming dog stories every week. Now, here's the moment that changed everything.
Today, Jake lives his best life at 17. Every single day, Tasha pulls him in that red wagon, and every day, he experiences pure bliss. Morning wagon rides through the neighborhood, wind in his fur, sun on his face, the world rolling by at the perfect pace. He greets everyone with that famous smile. Neighbors wait for him, kids run up asking to pet the wagon dog, other dogs come to say hello, and Jake wags his tail in friendship. The wagon became more than transportation. It's freedom. It's dignity. It's proof that love adapts. At home, Jake still follows Tasha everywhere. He still rests his graying head on her lap. He still sleeps beside her bed. He still knows when she's had a hard day. Tasha looks at him sometimes and she's overwhelmed with gratitude for every adventure, every comfort, every moment of love. Yes, his eyes are cloudy. Yes, his steps are slow. Yes, his coat is silver white. But his heart is exactly the same as that puppy 17 years ago. Jake taught Tasha the most beautiful lesson. Love isn't about big moments. It's about showing up every day. It's about adapting when things change. Their 10K hikes became walks, then strolls, then wagon rides. And each version was perfect because they were together. Jake doesn't need to run to feel alive. He just needs the wind in his fur, his favorite person pulling his wagon, and the knowledge that he is loved forever. This 17-year-old golden retriever rolling through his neighborhood, smiling at everyone, is living proof that growing old doesn't mean giving up joy. It means finding new ways to experience it. Tasha knows their time won't last forever, but instead of dwelling on goodbye, she celebrates right now. Every wagon ride is a gift. Every tail wag is a blessing. Every moment is precious. Jake has been there for every chapter. Her childhood companion, her support through loss, her constant in a changing world. And now Tasha gets to be there for him, to give him comfort, adventure, love, and dignity. Because that's what real love looks like. It doesn't fade when things get hard. It grows deeper with every passing year. What would you do for your senior dog? Have you ever had a bond like this? Share your story in the comments. If this touched your heart, hit that like button. The most precious gift we can give our aging pets isn't keeping them young. It's helping them age with grace and joy, just like Tasha did for Jake. Thank you for joining Jake's journey. Next time, a rescue cat who saved an entire family. See you then.